You don't know. You don't
Do you know
the
Boofpack?
coders though. Yeah. I'm friends with the guy who made it.
Can you get an instrumentals from him?
I could probably get him. Yeah.
I asked
Why?
Mari for it, and she said she couldn't get a hold of him.
He's the hardest person to get a hold of.
Yeah, that's
ever,
what she said.
Like, so I have literally known this guy since he has had 6 beers. Right?
Oh my god.
And like, but that's another thing, Duel, that I want to tell you about the VTubing community that you might not know. Because how long have you been making content for?
10 years.
Yes. Most VTubers, it's their first foray into content creation. Mary and I did not do anything before we started streaming 2 years ago, right? So we're babies.
You guys are little babies to this.
We are babies.
How cute.
Fussy baby.
And Lord Aethelstan, the guy who made Boofpack, was not a content creator at all before becoming a VTuber.
Whoa, he's very successful, isn't he?
Yes, he's been streaming for like about as long as Mary and I have.
Whoa, he's already like big time.
Yes. But again, that goes back into what you were talking about earlier, how like people who are naturally better streamers are people who were like theater kids or like, you know, had to do public speaking, had to do whatever.
Yeah, they had transferable talents.
Transferable talents, and Aethel is a really good example of that because he has transferable talent because he was just a really naturally charismatic person. He was a personal trainer, so he had to be like able to talk to people and, you know, do that sort of thing. And he did digital music making, which is how he made Boofpack.
Yeah, like if he can make a song like that, it's like, yeah, he definitely has experience. Because that's not something you can do as an amateur.
Yeah, for sure. And like he never did it for like money or anything for a long time. It was always just because it was something that he loved to do, you know. And then eventually that skill set transferred, you know, to doing what he does now.
Yeah, it's all transferable skills and stuff. I remember for like the first 5 years I didn't monetize my videos correctly.
Yeah.
Because I was so against like mid-roll ads. I was like, oh, you know, like I don't want to. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing it because I like.
Oh my god, that took you 5 years. That's so beautiful.
And then I made like 5 times as much as finally. It was like,
oh, that's why people do that.
Literally 5 times as much. I was like, oh my god, I was a stupid idiot.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Yeah, it was actually like it was another content creator. I was in a call and they were talking about it and like, so how do you do your ads and stuff? It's like, oh, just, you know, the normal ones, the one at the beginning, that's it. And they're like, dude, you need to add the other ones in. And I was like, I was so insulted. I was like, no. And we had like a long conversation about it. He eventually like convinced me to do it. I was like, okay, I guess. It was like the best decision I ever made.
Oh Jesus, what? Oh.
I didn't know any better.
No, sorry. I'm trying to do a business thing right now at 3 in the morning. This VTubers don't know how to do anything. I do care if this person is
Oh, I can't hear what you're saying. You're mumbling.
No, it's okay. It doesn't need to tell me.
You're talking really fast too.
Yeah. So what would you say if okay. You clearly are a very seasoned content creator.
Yeah.
What would you do if someone came to you and said, I want to be a content creator and I want it to be my job and I want to be successful at it. What do I do?
Uh-huh. What would you tell them?
What would you tell them? Yeah.
Oh, what's your niche?
Penis.
That's so easy. Are you charismatic?
No. Okay.
No, I would start asking them a question. I need to know more about them first because there's not just one answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're a man and they like to play Apex Legends.
Get fucked, idiot.
What would you tell them?
I'd say, okay, so first of all, what's the market like for Apex?
They say, bro, it's so good. Look, this guy is streaming and he's got 20,000 people watching him play Apex.
I was like, yeah, you don't know his circumstances. We're talking about you here, though.
Yeah.
What would you do that would make you stand out from everyone else?
I would be really good at the game. Right now, I'm bronze 3, but I'm really trying to get better.
It's like, oh, so you don't have any tournament tops. You see, in the streaming world, we have these things called professional athletes or professional entertainers. And if you don't have tournament tops, you need to be professional entertainer.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah.
And he goes, and are you a professional entertainer? Like in your case, that you definitely have that. You're good to go.
Wow. Thank you.
And that's like such a huge step. Like you have such an advantage over so many other people. Like it's crazy.
I mean, yeah, but
Because
I also feel really sad whenever I see like my friends and they're not as successful, and I'm like, but I want them to be, but I don't know how, like, what to say or do, and I don't want to be mean, right?
oh, I know exactly what to say, and I tell them,
Right.
and they're like, "That's too much work."
Oh, okay. Can you tell me what to tell them so I can tell them?
No, it's very specific because like I do know what to do,
Uh-huh.
but a lot of what to do is just to throw a whole bunch of shit at the wall and see which one sticks.
Yeah, I know, right?
But like
that's
I
the
can
thing.
give you like a better gauge of what to throw at the wall.
Yeah, for
Instead
sure.
of like, if you think, oh, I can just try everything, I don't know where to start. It's like, well, I can give you options of where to start. It is no guarantee that all of them will work, but you do need to try all of them.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta just try and do it. You gotta try and see and do what works for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
But you have to know like what to try. Like that's gonna be such a daunting thing because like if you get into this, you don't know anything, you don't have no experience, like you just think like it's impossible. Like it's nothing I can do.
Yeah, right?
Unless you get super lucky and the one thing you try just happens to work out.
Yeah, I know, right? Imagine that being your circumstance.
I know, right? But if you
Wow,
have
that'd be
experience, you
crazy.
know like the many things you can possibly try.
Yeah.
And the great thing about starting this content creation thing is the only thing you lose is time.
Yeah, right? Exactly, and my time is worthless.
Oh my god. I mean, time is valuable, but it's like it's not like you're gonna die if you fail.
No, I will.
No, you won't.
If I don't get to be as popular as Soda Poppin', I'm gonna die.
Isn't Soda Poppin' a World of Warcraft streamer?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, that's kind of a high bar. What
Yeah.
I would suggest to this hypothetical streamer
Yes.
is find a niche.
Yeah.
That's always the first thing I ask. Is like, what is your niche? Some people are like, well, I'm a variety streamer. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, let me tell you something.
What's your niche within variety?
I have never seen a variety streamer succeed before.
There are successful.
No.
variety
There are
streamers.
successful variety streamers. You're correct. Me personally,
Yeah.
in the 10 years, out of all the people I've met who started out, I've never met a variety streamer who succeeded.
So yeah, I mean that's the thing too, where it's like, I think that, so going back to like the pro thing, where they're like just like a normal guy, but they're really good at the game, right? You see like a lot of people who are like professional esports guys, like professional League of Legends players is what I would see, and
Yeah.
they try to pivot to variety content, and then they're not like funny or entertaining.
Yeah,
at all.
because they
People
don't have
hate
the
watching them
professional entertainer vibe.
because of they were good at League of Legends, right? And then they
Mhm.
always have to pivot back to League because they aren't successful without it.
Yep.
And like, I'm a variety streamer, but I still have like a niche within variety, right? I'm a gamer. I don't know if you know that about me.
I actually don't know what your niche is.
I play a lot of action games and Souls-likes and retro games.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely a niche.
Yes.
Like
So,
Mari's
like-
niche is just being a just talking streamer.
Yeah. Mary's niche is that she talks all the time. In terms of games, though, she does usually play like Nintendo games.
It's funny, whenever she actually starts playing a game, I think her viewership goes down a little bit.
Yeah. That's normal for almost every streamer, except for me. Whenever I start playing the game, my viewership.
Well, not for me. People like watching me play games.
For a lot of streamers, though, her viewership does go down when the game starts.
Yeah.
I don't know why people want to watch me play video games so much.
Wait, you said your views go down when you played the game too?
No, they go up when I play.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because like your niche is probably like actually playing the games.
Yeah, my niche is that, I don't know, I'm a VTuber and I'm actually kind of good at video games.
That is a good niche because most people like one of their selling points like I'm a VTuber and I'm bad at video games. Lol,
Yeah, I
come watch
know.
me play.
Lol, come watch me fail at this Dark Souls boss
Yeah,
for
come watch
8
me fail.
hours.
It's like you better be really entertaining. because that is everyone else on this platform.
Yeah. My niche is that, hey, come watch me beat Bloodborne in 10 hours. I guess.
Yeah, my niche within like Yu-Gi-Oh specifically is that I just actually play a variety of decks.
Yeah, instead of like just top meta stuff.
Yeah, instead of just top meta. I've seen so many like other like, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh YouTubers come on and they try streaming and they just play meta deck all day. And it's like there's nothing more boring than just watching someone just rank up and master duel with a meta deck.
That sounds really boring.
It is. Like all of the most successful streamers in this niche don't do that.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh niche.
Yeah, within the Yu-Gi-Oh niche, you have to like there's even niches within the niche. Some things just perform better than other things.
Exactly. And like I feel self-conscious. Like I was talking on stream the other day. I was like there are people who play Souls-like games and they're so good at them. They can literally beat every single game in the franchise in a row without getting hit a single time, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, so I'm not good at these games. Like, what are you talking about? You're better than like almost every other VTuber I've ever watched play this game or whatever.
That is like an accomplishment though.
I guess.
Because like I'm not an actual professional, Yu-Gi-Oh player. I don't actually go to events or anything.
Well, yeah, of course not.
Like people like to watch it just because I do it differently than everyone else. And your thing is like different enough where apparently it stands out.
Yeah, I guess.
Which is all you need.
I guess you just need to be different enough.
Yeah, you just need to be different enough because like no one wants to watch the same shit all the time.
Yeah. But I mean, that's also where like the entertainment aspect comes
Oh,
in.
you also have to be entertaining too. Yeah, like if I was just my, top 10 persona on streams, no one would watch.
Yeah, right. It's like you gotta have, I don't know. There's a lot of factors that go into someone's success, and I don't really think it's just one. You can boil it down to just one.
Yeah, it's more like there's a lot of factors, and then there's factors within those factors too.
Yeah, for sure. There's like, oh yeah, you're entertaining, but you don't know the direction for your stream. Like, oh, one day you're playing Valorant, and the next day you're playing like an indie JRPG, and the next day you're playing.
Oh no.
The next day you're playing like
Yeah, even if you, because like we call it, I remember I had a friend recently. She started like a brand new stream just as an experiment, where she just started a brand new stream doing the same thing she usually does, but just on a brand new account with like a different VTuber model, and she had like 0 viewers for like the first 2 hours, and like that was it. And the thing is, I think she's very entertaining. So like if that was her first experience getting into it, just playing random games, and this person is actually very entertaining, it's kind of hard to be entertained as 0 viewers, and also impossible to just get people to watch in the first place to find that out. For sure,
yes. That's
so like even if you are entertaining, you still have to do the other stuff.
Yes, that networking is so. The way I always kind of categorize it is that, like, the reason why you have never seen a variety streamer be successful is because there needs to be some sort of unifying community that you can participate in and be a part of in order to meet other people and network, and then they can share their audiences with you, and then they'll watch you and you'll watch them, and you can become friends and you'll lift each other up in that way, right? And so I think that variety streaming has somewhat found a niche in VTubing in itself, because VTubing itself is that kind of community, right? And then there's like subgenres within the VTubing community, like, oh, I'm a 4chan VTuber, I'm a fighting game VTuber, all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I feel, and you know what? I feel like VTubers are very spoiled in a lot of ways, where people are like, I only have 20 views. I've been streaming for 2 weeks and I only have 20 viewers.
That's so good for 2 weeks.
I know, right? And it's like, there are people who stream for years to 2 people.
Yeah.
Years.
Like when I first started, I had like 5 people, like when I first started, like 10 years ago or something.
Oh, I know.
I had like 5 people, and like, I still know like some of them to this day because like we were so close because the only 5 people would show up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Some people stream for years and never get more than 5.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I saw an article about people who like stream for years and they never get more than, they have 0 people who watch.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I I feel like, I don't know. I feel like there's definitely things that they could be doing to change that.
There is. They just have to, like, you know.
Talk to people.
Yeah, if you network with people, eventually you'll meet people like me who can, like, tell you what to do.
Yeah, that's also true, right?
Yeah, like, I'm not the only person who knows, like, what they're doing. I'm not the only person with experience. There's other people who will just tell you the exact same things I'll tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, networking is just very important for, like, getting information.
Yes, you need to get information. Networking is important. It's also like getting into other people's communities, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Like, the only reason I started streaming in the first place was to network.
Yeah.
Because, like, I did this for, like, years, you know, without, like, taking streaming seriously because I didn't need to.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like, I was already successful on my own.
Yeah, you're like, oh, well, whatever, I'll just do streaming to fuck around. But then...
No, it wasn't even that. It was like I watched a podcast, and there was all these, like, Twitch streamers on there in the Yu-Gi-Oh community specifically, and they were all talking about their ways and methods that they formulated their stream in order to get a raid by this one big Yu-Gi-Oh streamer.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
And I was like, wait, what? They were all talking about how they planned their whole day around it. They're like, yeah, sometimes he might raid me if I stream at this time, because that's when he stops streaming. I'm like, oh my god, yeah, he raided me once, and it was like such a big deal. And they were all just like, they were all just going off about how they can get a raid from this one big streamer.
This is true. That's true. I would say that, like, people definitely think like that, right? But the way I like to think about it is that, like, it's kind of like a raid train in a way, where it's like there are people who I never get to raid, but they always raid me because they end and I'm still streaming. And
yeah.
I raid, like, Australian people, right? Because I end my stream at 3 or 4.
Yeah, because you stream so late at night.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing. Otherwise, I would have never met you guys.
Yeah, exactly. If we weren't.
I stream at night too.
Yeah,
just because it's convenient for me.
Streaming late is awesome because I get to go to bed at 4 in the morning. I get to go to bed when the sun rises.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but, like, anyways, the whole reason, like, you know, they were all talking about, like, how to get raids and stuff, and it's like, I didn't know people cared about that.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
at all.
Yeah.
Like, that was
As
just
a
a culture
streamer-
shock for me. And I was like,
but it's
no, because, like,
so
also,
weird.
some, like, more context is, like, the prior year to that, I had tried to put together a big project. I was like, I'm gonna put together, like, this big video. I need to hire a whole bunch of, like, editors and, like, script writers and, like, voice actors. So I started reaching out to people, and everybody ghosted me.
Oh.
Like, I couldn't get anyone to work for me. Like, I was offering them, like, you know, way above rate for, like, the jobs I was asking them for them.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll give you $500 to make, like, this 1-minute intro.
Ah.
And it's the same intro you do for all your videos. Like, it's not even hard.
Yeah.
And he's like, nope. He's like, but I'm going to do this for free for this other streamer that I like. I was like, my branding sucks. Nobody wants to work with me.
Yeah, that's the thing too, is that, like, you could have the numbers, but then people just won't care if you're, like, not if you're not in with the cool kids.
Exactly. Like, I have the numbers, and I had the money to pay them, but I couldn't get anyone to work for me because I didn't have the connections. And that's like,
that's a big thing, like...
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god,
VTubing
I've been neglecting this. I need to get into the streaming because, like, they care so much about these raids, and it's like, I can do that. I know how to grow a stream.
Yeah.
I just never taken it seriously before. So I took it seriously, and it was immediately successful.
Yeah. Because, like, that is so true, though, because, like, it's something you see a lot in the VTubing community, because artists are, like, so integral to everything in VTubing.
Mm-hmm.
So then you see people, and they're like, you know, they'll basically only take people, they'll only take clients who are, like, you know, in with certain groups because for whatever reason, right? Like,
the connections.
Yeah, exactly. Like Iron Vertex, for example. You cannot get an Iron Vertex model unless you know someone who already has one and they, like, refer you to them.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Oh,
so
the guest is Hina Bobina. I'll give her a shout out.
Hello, I'm Hina Bobina. I'm watching an advertisement for Jimmy John's right now because I'm not subscribed to the TheDuelLogs.
I'll give you a sub.
No, don't do that.
I'll do it later.
Thank you for do it when I'm not here and can't tell you not to.
Anyways, yeah, like, you know, networking and stuff. Like, if I was to ever join, like, a big agency, you know, the VTuber agencies, it would be just so I can have their contacts. Like, I don't need the
That
other
is
shit they have, but I do
so
want their
true.
contacts.
Yes, this is very true. I would. That's a big reason why I've considered it, and I'm maybe still considering it, but like, I don't know. I just don't know if I have what it takes. You know,
What do you mean? It's so easy.
it's not easy to be a corporate VTuber.
It's the easiest thing in the world. You just have to like cut back on how much you talk about and farts and like you're
There's
good.
no way I could ever sacrifice that.
You could.
It's integral. It's not. I've applied to these people.
You watch
before, and they
Luxium, don't
care
you?
about me. Mm,
Have you seen what
Yeah.
Vox does on his streams?
Yeah.
Oh, and you think what you do is worse than that?
No.
See? Oh
Yeah,
wow! Oh wow! Your creative freedom is in jeopardy if you get with,
Well, we'll have a talk, Mr. Logs.
with these people who.
We'll have a conversation.
I would love to have a conversation about this.
Yeah.
I can end stream right now and we can just talk about it.
Sure.